Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight on the Discipline Therapy podcast with your two fabulous hosts, Mr. E.L. Discipline, and with him always,
Check,
Suhei Sotomayor.
check.
Oh,
All
so,
right.
so you're just going to have me
Okay.
start over.
No,
all
no, no,
over
go
again.
ahead. You good.
All right. So, first things first, because I always forget to do this, we're going to clear the air. And before I announce the topic, do you want to do your thing?
So it's hard to not do this before because I gotta set up the camera while you do the
Hmm.
audio. I don't get to like really set up until
You're sitting down.
yeah.
Mm.
Once again, where we at? Ladies and gentlemen, you are fiends. We know that, and y'all know that. So we're serving you your dose weekly of discipline therapy where everything is completely free. See if you subscribe, there's no monthly fee, it's free, it's judgment free, sucker free, censor free, sensitive free, and plenty of liberty. God and the ancient ancestors are great, and that means everything else is straight. So go grab your wine, popcorn, or roll a blunt, but the main thing is make sure the children are in bed because we have
Mm-mm.
that soul food and forward conversation. Prepare your mind to be fed. Light one up, inhale life, and exhale strife. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, you are tuned in to Discipline Therapy Podcast.
We're
We're
here.
here
I think you switched up when you do the pounding of the chest.
to just today.
Yeah, because I was waiting for it when
Yeah,
you
because
normally
you're
do it and you
doing it. You
don't.
always do it
I'm just gonna have to
wrong.
do it on my wrong. How
Yeah.
rude. All right, so we have tonight's episode is season 7, episode 75. Loyalty versus faithfulness. Are they interchangeable and are they synonymous to you? And by you, we have a guest caller. No, you said to put it on one or two or one.
We'll see. See how she sounds.
All right. Caller, are you on the line?
Yes, I am.
Hey, I got it right.
All right,
Oh.
cool.
Did you hear the topic? Loyalty versus faithful. And are they interchangeable and synonymous like to you?
Okay.
All right. Do you want to state your name or you can remain anonymous?
I can state my name. Hi, everybody. I'm Jasmine.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Welcome,
she's
Jasmine.
been on the show before.
Oh, so she's a pro.
She
Jasmine, you cheater.
well, she was on my audio show.
But still, she's a kind of a pro with being a guest. That's
Mm-hmm.
nice. I like that.
Yeah, she was on my audio show with you too.
No,
Yeah,
hold on. We're gonna have to cut this whole part out.
yeah,
Listen, Jasmine, my brain it doesn't work like that
yeah.
anymore. My
You
bad.
both at the same time was on the show, and I
Oh,
was asking the questions. That's the first time
Yep.
Jasmine was. Yeah, she remembers. First time Jasmine was on any of the show. Now she's on the podcast,
oh.
not
So
my
before it was
audio.
just got you. Oh,
Yeah, before it was
all
just my
right.
audio. Yeah.
So welcome to the Discipline Therapy Podcast, Jasmine. not
Thank
just
you.
not just the Discipline Therapy talk.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, you guys.
All right.
All right. So there's no right or wrong answer for these questions. It's just your opinion. We want to see another woman's perspective. What's your definition of loyalty?
Loyalty is when somebody gives you like their all. Like they just like ride or die with you. That's loyalty no matter what. They there for you. Always got your back.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's your definition of faithful?
Faithful is somebody now who stays true to you. Like they don't step out of a friendship, relationship, whatever it is.
All right.
Are they interchangeable or are they synonymous? Loyalty and faithful? Are they the same
Um,
thing?
I would say they go together in a lot of ways, but somebody could be faithful to you, they don't step out. Somebody could be loyal to you, still step out, but still loyal to you. So it depends. It's weird. It's different, but
They're like sisters, but not
Mm.
identical.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
That makes sense. I like
exactly.
her answers. Can I go with her answers?
Okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Um
You had good answers.
is loyalty only in good times or bad times?
Loyalty could be on both, good and bad.
What about faithful?
Faithful, that's all times. They faithful at all times, and good and bad as well.
So they're both. You're saying someone should, if they're loyal and or faithful, they should be that all the time, not just when it's convenient for them.
Correct.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Okay, you said both good times and bad times. If someone is only faithful in, or not faithful, loyal in bad times, that means but in good times they're not loyal. Means they're not loyal.
Say it again.
If someone's only loyal in bad time, um,
Only in bad
yeah,
times, not loyal.
not in good time. Someone's
Mm.
only loyal in bad time, but in good times they're not.
Oh, because she said that if you're loyal, you can still step out and still be loyal.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay, I got you. Oh, so are they not? That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Damn it, Mr. Discipline. That is a good ass question. They got me stumped on that
it,
one.
it got
Thank
me
God
stumped too.
it's all on you, Jasmine.
Yeah, and
Thank God.
we can even reverse it. If somebody is just loyal in good times and in the moment you really hit the rock bottom and they can't, whether it's beyond their control or whatever it is, does it not make them loyal?
Mm,
um, hmm. No, they're still loyal because they probably step out of the relationship or whatever it is, but they're still gonna be there for you and stuff. But with faithfulness, to me, is like even on good times and bad times, still they're not stepping out.
mm.
Mm, okay.
That makes sense. I like her. So I like, so if somebody's loyal to you,
Hmm.
it, like she said, necessarily they don't have to. I mean, they can step out on you or whatever. But if they're loyal, they can step out on you and still drop somebody for you if that's what you need. Come to your defense and
Hmm.
Hmm.
still have your back.
Yeah, I don't believe they're interchangeable. I don't believe they're the same thing.
I don't think so
But
either. They have subtle differences.
but the thing is, like, this isn't a panel.
Mm,
Like, if Jasmine was actually in person, then we would go through it. But at
mm-hmm.
this moment, we're just getting her opinion on
Mm-hmm.
it.
Okay.
And when I break this down, when the callers are done,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna make a lot of people out there be like, ah, you see,
Yeah. Well, you do that.
Yeah.
You get people to think like,
you
oh,
know what
I
I'm
never thought
saying?
of that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's see. Have you ever cheated in a relationship? Uh let's say it was even just a sexual relationship. It wasn't even like boyfriend and girlfriend. It was a sexual relationship, but y'all had an agreement. Like, you know how some people are like, yo, we're friends with benefits,
Mm-hmm.
and they have like an agreement, like, you gonna be my pussy appointment, you gonna be my dick appointment, and we could hang out and stuff like that, but you can't do that with no other woman, or you can't do that with no other girl. So they have an agreement. Have you
Interesting.
ever been in a situation like that?
I have
Ha-
actually.
Both relationship and sexual relationship?
Yeah,
Okay. So have you ever cheated, either or?
I cheated on a relationship, and with the agreement, no, because I've always told them, I've always kept it honest. Like, if I have an opportunity, I'm gonna be with somebody else and try something else with somebody else. I'm gonna do me.
Mm.
So
Wait,
no,
wait, you said you cheated
In the
prior?
relationship,
in a relationship, yeah,
but not in the like the friends
the
with
agreement
benefit.
because
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
mhm.
Okay.
Because I've always kept it
What?
honest. So technically, no, I never had that. Like, I've always kept it honest before. Like, if we doing that, um, I've always kept it real with this is a friendship. Whatever I do on my time is my time. Whatever you do on your time is your
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why did you cheat?
time. I because I'm not gonna say it's the other person's fault. They cheated. They cheated first, but I had the opportunity at
Yo.
the moment, and I that's when I realized. I'm not blaming them, but I've never to like cheat, but at the end of the day, when I had the opportunity to do it, I felt and I wanted to do it. That's when I realized I no longer have respect for the relationship I had anymore.
Okay.
You
Wow.
answered my next question because I was gonna say, have you ever cheated out of revenge? You just answered it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say it's for revenge
Yes, it
because
is. It is for revenge because you just said he
no,
did it. He did it, so that pushed me to do it too. That's revenge.
no. I said it. No, that's not the excuse. I said no, that's not my excuse because they did it first. But I had the opportunity to, and I wanted to. And then that's when I realized I didn't have any respect for the relationship anymore.
So you didn't, when you found out that your partner cheated, you didn't just run out and go and cheat.
No,
When you were out, you happened to have that opportunity and you were like, fuck it, might as well.
yeah, and
Okay.
it wasn't like right away. No, it was like time passed, and that's when I
Mm,
just realized it wasn't. I wasn't over it.
right.
Mm. You want to go?
What?
Because or I could just take over.
Wait, which would you rather have in your relationship if you could only choose one? Would you want loyalty or faithfulness? Damn, these are
Mm,
good questions.
yeah, those are really good questions. Um,
Thank you.
that's a
Thank you.
good question.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah, got me. I don't want faithfulness or
That's what we
loyalty.
do. We challenge the mind
That's right.
beyond the body, stimulating
uh,
conversations after dark, evoking critical thinking. You
That's what
know,
we do.
yeah,
double clutching,
I'm gonna say
575 horsepower, twin turbo.
Oh Lord.
Go ahead.
I would say loyalty.
Me too.
Okay.
100%. Um, which would you rather, wait a second. Oh, which would you rather have in yourself if you can only be one, loyal or faithful?
Loyal.
You're good, sir. You are good with these questions.
Mhm.
All right. Have you ever posted half naked pictures of yourself on the internet?
So wait, hold on. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
my bad.
Would you rather see in yourself? So she rather be loyal than faithful.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
For a man, that's unattractive.
What
Yeah,
if
because
she's
they want
loyal?
faithfulness.
Yeah. What happened?
Hmm.
Why? Because loyal? Because she could step out but still be loyal to
A
you?
man don't give a well, I don't want to say a man because there's different types of
I was
men
gonna
out
say
there. There's
men
a
want that
hierarchy. There's
loyalty.
a hierarchy of men. So let's keep it a buck. Like males who have reached the pinnacle of their career, done everything themselves, been independent, sharks in the day to day, maybe make a lot of money, alpha dominant could be. They would rather have faithful than loyal.
Really?
Yeah,
I would
100%.
Mm.
think that a man that's reached that would want a woman that
Well,
he knows is loyal
well,
to
you gotta
him.
understand. You gotta understand it this way, right? I'm gonna break it down after it's done, and you're gonna say, "Ah," because
Mm,
I don't believe they're synonymous. That's the problem. A lot of
mm,
people think they interchange, and that's fine. They could think how they want. Even though Jasmine, she could think how she wants.
mm.
But the reality is, okay, just quickly, I'm gonna break it down. If you ask 100, because you're not gonna meet 100 alpha dominant men, but the handful of them, if you ask them, would you rather have a woman step out, swallow dick like a
Oh
golf
my
ball,
Lord.
let somebody be inside her, let somebody be inside her, building an emotional attachment with another guy, maybe not even physically cheating. You see what I'm saying? Versus her with her friends and her friends talking bad about you and she stays quiet. Which would you rather have? They're going to say, I would rather have her be with her. I would rather have her be faithful where she's not swallowing dick like a
Oh
golf
my.
ball
Mm.
and taking dick or building an emotional attachment. They're going to choose that versus the loyal because they're going to say, because a lot of men don't have this in them, these men are leaders. These men can train. They're going to say, I can train the loyalty. I can
I was
teach her
about
to
to
be
ask you
that
that.
way. But the other
Can you though?
faithfulness, you can't. I don't want to go in yet
Okay.
because I'm going to
Okay.
go in
All right.
when the callers
Okay.
are
All right.
done.
All right. I got
That's
you.
why I say they're not synonymous. But
No, no, no.
everybody's
Yeah, they're
entitled to
not.
their own opinion. But when the callers are done, I'm going to go in.
Okay.
Let's continue.
All right.
Okay.
So you would rather be loyal than faithful. Interesting.
You in trouble, girl.
No, you're not in trouble. I'm just
You said
saying. I'm just
interesting.
saying it's interesting.
That's never good when you think something's
But
interesting.
at the end of the day, it makes sense because she did say she cheated prior.
I
Yeah.
mean,
You
okay.
see? So I'm not holding her accountable.
Mm,
She keeping it a buck.
yeah.
And I hold myself accountable to it because I even said it. I cheated, and I explained that after. Like after I
Mhm.
cheated, I was honest. I said this relationship is not going to work because I saw that I no longer have that faithfulness in this relationship because
Mhm.
of the past. So now I know I've lost respect for us. There's
Mhm.
no more us.
Right.
Okay, cool.
All right. Have you ever posted half naked pictures of yourself on the internet?
No.
What do you think about going to the club while you're in a relationship?
Going to a club while in a relationship?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay for me.
Okay.
I
Okay, next one. What about flirting, friendly touching, intimate conversations with a stranger?
that I don't think it's okay.
Okay. Is it disloyal or is it unfaithful if you have work wives, well, in your situation, work husbands or friends of the opposite sex while in a relationship?
I don't think it's neither.
Okay.
But then again, everybody has a different definition of work wives, work husband. I don't know if
Like what
we
goes
could
on
get
with them
into that.
people?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
honestly,
Do you have a work husband now?
no.
Okay. Do you believe sexual arousal and relationship are two different things?
Yeah.
Do you think women lust after or crave bad boys and a beast, but want to settle down with nice guys and gentlemen?
Hmm.
Um, well, I can't speak for anybody else, but I
Subjective,
mean,
you,
me,
yeah.
um, that's a good question because I'm fighting with myself with that. I keep going for the bad boys, but I know what I don't want that. So, you know, um,
Well, would you want to settle down with a bad boy, or do you think they're not? You can't settle. I mean, they can't just you
I
can't turn a hoe into a husband type thing.
yeah, I can't settle with a bad boy. So no,
You
Hmm.
you you're Boricua, right?
Puerto Rican and Dominican.
Puerto Rican and Dominican. Okay. Um
She could cook, boy.
I did a little research on you, so I could see why you gravitate towards the bad boys.
What research you did?
Say it again.
I said, what research did you do? What did you get from your research?
You made her nervous now.
You're 5'8", right?
Yes.
Okay. You're Puerto Rican and Dominican. You just said
Hmm.
that. You're black. Light skin, so you're black.
Yes.
Okay. So, just to summarize, and then we're gonna get back into it. You have strong personalities. Let me try
Yeah.
to. I forgot about your sign. What's your sign again?
Virgo.
Virgo.
She's a
Okay.
lover.
Yeah. Um, but she has that good girl persona, but she still has those strong personalities in her. So a weak guy, a submissive guy, she could run over.
You're saying strong personalities because she's Puerto Rican Dominican?
Yeah.
Ah, yes, yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, she gonna run over those dudes.
Yeah,
Probably
if they
cheat
don't.
on them. She already said she has a history of
She did it one time, the poor girl. No, hold
okay,
on. I
but
don't know. Listen, I'm coming to bat for you, girl.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like it makes sense why you gravitate towards the bad boys because
Mm.
they
The
may be
ones that can handle her.
yeah, they may
Yeah.
be synonymous with dominance in
Mm.
her subconscious. She probably doesn't realize it, but that's why she gravitates towards them. But
That
the
that
the
is true.
the toxicity, the bad habits is what turns her off. She wish she could have a good bad boy, and that's like almost
That
non-existent.
is true. That is very
Mm.
true.
That's almost
Mhm.
non-existent. Is women want bad boys who are good men. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Is that like
Mhm.
oxymoron almost? Like it's hard to resist a bad boy who's a
When they don't
good
turn on,
man.
yeah.
It's hard. You see?
Yeah. It
So
is.
go ahead.
All right. Do you
You're
think
right about it.
men lust after sluts and sexually liberated hoes, but want to settle down with the traditional woman and good girls? Yeah, I think
Yes, I think so.
100%. Like, who wants to settle down with a slut though? I don't think anybody.
Yo,
Like, you're gonna tell me a guy's gonna be like, well, there's the slut, even though she's hot, man. I
yeah,
want her to be the mother
yeah.
of my
We're
children.
gonna go in.
That's
There are,
and,
crazy.
there are.
and usually you see that. You see the men go for the good girls. That's who they settle. That's who they get married with. But they still out there
With the
stepping out on
sluts.
those relationships with the sluts and the hoes and getting what they want. So
Because
I
just like
see.
that saying says, good girls ain't no fun, but the bad girls ain't no good. And then it's the same thing that is for the butt. The nice guys ain't no fun, but the bad boys ain't no good. You see, I would expect that from women, but when it comes down to men, I believe men lead, women follow. So a man is always a teacher by nature. So a man that is willing to do that, like let me marry the good girl, but fuck the sluts, is a man that doesn't know himself. And not just that, is a man that can't train. Because guess what? Me, I'm not in this category. I could have 2, 3 women, all good girls, and I can train them to be sluts. Huh? A lot
Oh.
of men don't know how to do that.
Mm.
That's why it's easy to marry the good girl, the maternal instincts, the one that's gonna give my kids the best education, good mother figure. She not twerking and all that stuff. Because I don't want my little girls to be like hoes.
Mm.
But I'll still have fun with the hoes. Because they can't do it. They
So
can't transition women.
do you
Only bad boys can do that. They can bring out that shit that's been repressed.
that
Only
freaky stuff?
dominant, yes,
Mm-hmm.
only dominant alpha men can do that. Those regular niggas can't do that shit.
So do you think men, and I'm talking about more alpha dominant men, do you think that they can and or think that they can change a hoe into a housewife? Or they won't even bother with it?
They won't bother because they're
Because they already know.
intelligent.
Okay.
Only the dummies will think like that. The
The betas.
simps, the
Mm-hmm.
beta males.
Yeah.
They'll think that shit. Oh yeah, I could change her because I got
Mm.
money. Or I can. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. All
but
right.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
go in on this
All right.
when we're done.
All right. Jasmine, do you think that oftentimes people go for what they lust for and build a relationship off that, or try to change that person into a loyal and faithful person
I think they go for lately I've been seeing more lust
m-
going on. Everybody go for more lust and
and trying to build something with someone?
yeah.
Mm.
A toxic bad boy player who isn't sexually monogamous or emotionally or physically monogamous, and a gold digging hoe or slut. Who is likely to change for the opposite sex, or are they both incorrigible? Do you know what
Mm.
incorrigible means?
Mhm.
No, define it for me a
It
little more.
means someone who is steadfast. They are unwilling to change.
Mhm.
I'm willing to change.
It's an adjective.
Mhm.
So, do you think that they're both incorrigible, or who is likely to change for the opposite sex?
I think women are more likely to change.
She's correct.
I
Uh,
mean, I feel like I don't know. I for the most part, more women will, but sometimes like you hear that saying they revert back to
yeah.
it if they don't.
hmm You can only choose one. Which do you value more, loyalty or faithfulness?
Oh, that's a good one. I value. Mm, that's a good one. Good one. I'm gonna have to go with loyalty
For yourself?
for myself.
Now, what about the opposing partner or the opposite sex who you're engaging with?
Oh, that's how I took it. My bad.
Oh, that's how I took it. That's what I thought you meant. But okay,
It's both.
no.
It's both. What do you value for yourself, and what do you value in the other person?
Okay, for myself, I would say faithfulness, but in the other person, I say loyalty for the simple fact that that is they're doing, it is they are who they are. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. But I'm gonna respect it, especially if I know about it, than you like lying about it. And I don't know if I'm making any sense, but
No, you make sense.
yeah, like if you're gonna be out there lying and stuff, that's not loyal, that's not nothing. But if you're being real about it, you're doing what you're doing, but I'm gonna respect that way more, you know?
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
This is a direct indication that she would be inclined to being in a poly relationship.
Is that true? Would you be inclined to be in a poly relationship? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, polygamy,
Mm-hmm.
right?
She
Yeah.
would be inclined to being in one
What?
because
Wait, let's ask her.
she just gave her answer.
Mhm.
What would you value more in the other person? She said loyalty. So she's saying that she wouldn't value faithfulness because she doesn't expect her partner to be.
Faithful.
And
I got you.
especially if he's straight up about it, she knows that I can't control him.
Mm.
He's gonna do what he's gonna do. As long as, what did she say verbatim? As long as I know about it and there's an agreement.
No, she said as long as you're honest.
Okay. Yeah, so she's inclined.
Okay. Do you
Well,
believe women change men's behavior?
that women what?
Do women change? Can they change a man's behavior?
No, I don't think
I
so.
don't think so
I
either.
I don't think so. A man will change for the woman that is for him, and he'll do that on his own. But she won't be able to change him. He'll do that if he wants to.
Mm. So then, do you believe in order to control men, you have to control the women first? What does that mean? Can you explain that statement?
Yeah.
Do you believe that?
Well,
Do you believe in order
explain
to
it.
control men, you have to control the women first?
I don't believe in controlling anybody. I believe we all have our own. We
Free
are who we
will.
are. Yeah, I don't believe in like the whole controlling thing. One person has to have more control than the other.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay, you're speaking you're looking at it on a myopic lens. That's how you're looking at it.
true. Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at it as far as relationship, and I'm not. This
Okay.
is a general statement. So, okay, I'm gonna make you understand. We are all being controlled. Do you get it now?
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Because of the world. So
The
if you
society.
can, yes, because we don't control shit. Remember that, right?
Mm.
You do pay taxes. You probably had to take a vaccine for your job. You know what I'm saying? You don't control who's in
Yeah.
office. I feel like all that shit is rigged. You don't control bets, Vegas,
Yeah.
sports. You don't control who wins. Yeah, I want my team to win. It don't matter. What matters who Vegas wants to win. Mafia, all the, you see what I'm saying? We don't control shit.
Okay.
Right or wrong?
Right.
So, do you believe in order to control men, you have to control the women first? Are you still
Hmm.
sticking with no?
Yeah. Uh, mm, I'm gonna stick with no stuff.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go in
Oh
when
boy.
she's
Go
done.
ahead.
No.
She said go.
We got another caller. That's why. One day you gotta come to the studio, Jasmine,
Mm.
so we could go
I
ahead.
could definitely do it.
So we can
I'm down.
definitely go in. We got another caller. I don't want to be here for like 2-3 hours. you
Got you.
you know what I'm saying? But Sue, quickly, what do you think? Yes or no?
I'm gonna go with no.
Okay. I'm gonna change your minds. But yeah, that's about it with my questions.
Those are some good
Okay.
questions.
All right. Thank
Yeah, they were.
you for voicing your opinion and
And hopefully we get to have you in studio.
yeah. Cause she's in New
Should
York.
we bring
She's in New York.
she's Puerto Rican Dominican. I think we should bring like, boxing gloves because y'all might go at it.
Yeah, we might go
I'm
at it.
ready.
I'll
I'm
be
ready.
right in the middle, so
Better
I'll get both hits.
Espérate.
Oh boy.
Mira, if you come, I want plátanos, empanadas.
Mango. Can
I
we put an
gotcha.
order in?
I
Because
gotcha.
I know you
Cla-
can cook. Puerto
Claro,
Rican and Dominican, come on.
claro que
She
sí.
can make the banging meals right there.
I
Uh,
gotcha.
Thank you
um,
for thank you for being on the show.
so, yeah,
Thank you for having me, you guys.
All right.
thank you.
Next caller for season 7, episode 75.
Mhm.
Loyalty versus faithfulness.
Mhm.
Are they interchangeable and or synonymous to you? So, caller, would you like to introduce yourself? Or you can remain anonymous.
My name is Alex.
All right, cool. So what's your definition of loyalty?
I think somebody that stick by you through anything,
Okay.
or you know,
So what's your definition of faithfulness?
faithful is like based. I mean, to me, it's based on respect.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. So do they coincide with one another? Because like even in the Google definition, they say they do. Like, but I wanna ask, do you think loyalty and faithful are synonymous?
they should be.
That's true.
Okay.
They should be.
Okay.
They, sh- yeah.
Is loyalty only good? Is it only in good times or bad times?
I think. I mean, they should be. They should be all the time. But like I said, some people I know, some people don't. Will have one thing and not have the other. So
Mm.
I guess it depends.
Okay. Have you ever cheated in a relationship?
I thought about it, but I never did. No.
Mm.
What
I mean,
stopped you, rather? Forget why you thought about it. There could be 1,000 reasons, but what stopped you from it?
because I always thought about like what would it feel like to be that person.
Mm.
Wow, you're a good person.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So at the time, everybody has lust, right? So
Mhm.
you think, you think about those specific situations that you're in at the moment, and you're like, it's a lust is a temporary feeling.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And that's gonna go away.
Mhm.
So like is whatever that temporary sensation that you got right there, is that worth messing up whatever
Got going
your
on.
your
Mm.
real situation?
Mm.
So, which would you rather have in your relationship if you could only choose one, faithfulness or loyalty?
I mean, I need both.
He's like, nah, man, I'm not playing this pick one game shit. No, we're
I
going with
mean,
both or nothing.
I'm a all, you know what I'm saying? I'm a all or nothing, so I need both. But I mean, if I had to pick one,
Somebody got a gun to your head and like, pick one, man.
Yeah,
You could only
you
have
can only
a
have
loyal
one.
chick or a faithful chick.
I guess faithful.
I knew he was gonna say that.
I said this earlier.
Yeah, you did. You
Okay.
did. Oh, I love that.
Let me
We're
see.
not gonna ask him if he ever posted half naked pics on the internet.
Stop it. Which would you which would you have in yourself if you could only choose one, loyal or faithful?
Well, I know I can't be one. I have to be both because that's just me. I expect both. You know what I mean? So
What
I have to be both.
what would you
But,
be if you could only choose one?
mm,
I like that
I don't know.
he's really
I don't,
having a hard time with this.
Mhm.
I don't think I could choose. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I could choose one.
Well, okay, so which one are you more? Are you more loyal or more faithful?
I think, like I said, I need both. So I don't think I can't pick one. It doesn't make sense. Like
No, no, no.
to
Like
me,
you right now, right? Do you feel
mm,
like you're more of a loyal person or more of a faithful person? You have both in you. You know what I'm saying? You
mm,
are both. But which one do you feel like you land more like you which one do you straddle more? Or are you saying you're completely 100%, 50-50 on both? Your loyalty and your faithfulness are one and the same.
I think they're one and the same.
Interesting. Okay.
If you're in a relationship and you go to the club, that's fine. If you're in a relationship and she goes to the club, that's fine.
Without each other?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see why it shouldn't be. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Because
what about flirting, friendly touching, intimate conversations with a stranger?
nah, I think that's taken a little bit too far.
Okay. Is it disloyal or unfaithful if you have a work wife or you're in a relationship
Or friends of the opposite sex while in a relationship?
You said, is it unfaithful?
Mhm.
or disloyal?
I don't think I don't think it's unfaithful, but sometimes that leads to something. So it depends on the person.
Okay.
So then
It could,
is it disloyal at all or no?
I don't really think so. I
Okay.
don't. So
Okay. Do you believe sexual arousal and relationships are two different things?
give me an
So
example.
So a woman that makes you horny, you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Like it could be a slut on Instagram,
or let's
Hmm.
just say a stripper.
right? Yes, or a
Okay.
stripper. Do you say, yo, I want to be in a relationship with her?
Or would you
No,
Like,
just
do you believe because you lust after her, that is grounds for relationship?
mm,
no. I mean, that's not enough.
Okay, so there's a difference then.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Do you think women lust after and crave bad boys and a beast, but would want to settle down with a nice guy and or gentleman?
No.
No, you think
So they
that
don't wait. So no wait. So they don't no for both?
uh, I do think that they crave a bad guy, but I don't think they want to
settle down
get
with
a
a good guy?
relationship with a good guy.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Do you think men lust after sluts and sexually liberated hoes, but want to settle down with traditional women and good girls? So if people don't know what sexually liberated hoes mean, a woman, okay, a woman is a real estate agent. You go
Hmm.
on her post and you see houses. I sold this house. I sold this house. Next thing you know, there's a picture of her in her bra and panties. Her ass is facing the camera. She's twerking. So it's like you're confused because you're like, are you trying to sell houses or pussy? But she's gonna say, I'm exercising my rights as a woman. I'm a feminist, maybe, right? Equal rights. I'm exercising my sexually liberation.
Mm.
Sexually liberated hoe.
Well, sometimes they call themselves free spirited.
Yes.
He said, "I
Yes.
know those types."
Yes. So picture those women, right? And the men that lust after them. Do you think men lust after these women and want to settle down with
Traditional women.
traditional women and good girls? Like they don't lust after the traditional women and good girls.
No, I mean that's true.
Okay. Do you think that oftentimes people go for what they lust for and build a relationship off that, or try to change that person into that loyal and faithful person?
I think it used to be that way.
Okay.
What, that they try to change them or they try to build a relationship off the lust?
That they try to build a relationship off the lust.
Yeah, I think most people do that.
Okay. A toxic bad boy player who isn't sexually monogamous or emotionally vulnerable or physically monogamous, and a gold digging hoe or slut. Who is likely to change for the opposite sex, or are they both incorrigible?
They're both able to change at some point.
Okay.
I guess, once a person is done having whatever kind of fun that they thought they needed in life, they will change. You know?
Okay.
For the opposite sex?
Yeah.
Um,
Because at some point they're gonna feel like they can't do the things that they were doing before.
That's
okay.
true.
Maybe because of age,
Okay.
maybe
Mm-hmm.
because they had kids.
Hmm.
For whatever reason, there's gonna be some reason that they can't do the things that they were doing before, and then they'll be ready to change who they
To
are.
settle down, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. But you think that bad boys, the toxic bad boy and player, they do the same thing? Because I can see what you're saying about for a woman, but do you think
Yeah.
that the same thing goes for a man?
Yeah. So like, all right. So let's say once he doesn't have whatever makes him, appealing to women anymore.
Options.
Yeah.
Once he doesn't have
Yeah.
options.
So let's say he's not. Yeah, I said he becomes older and he doesn't have those, like he's saying, he doesn't have
Options.
those options anymore. Now what? Now what is he going to do? Maybe
Hmm.
now he's gonna find that good girl a little bit more appealing.
Hmm.
You know?
Oh, that's
I've
good.
said this in prior shows.
Mm.
Men are as loyal as their options. So you might
Yeah.
see a man who was a player back then is now, oh, I'm a one woman man, and that's what I believe it's supposed to be. He doesn't believe that. It's because
He has
might
no
be,
choice now.
he might be
Ah.
shy. He might not be that guy anymore that could approach girls, or he might not be physically appealing, or
Got
you see what
you.
I'm saying? So he can't get the women that he used to get. So
Yeah, that makes
it
sense.
makes him be faithful, or like he was saying, lust after the traditional or good girls, and actually settle down. Because at that moment he's like he's saying, yo, I can't be the same way I was. It has nothing to do, but he's putting a false narrative to make it look like I'm a man of God, and this is how you're supposed to be a good husband. And you see what I'm saying? But if
Gotcha.
he is a heterosexual man, he doesn't go the other way. If 100 pussy is being thrown at him, he's not turning all of them down.
Oh, Lord.
You see what I'm saying? But if he
Gotcha.
can't get that anymore,
What if you could only get 50 now? He's still not throwing them up?
he's still not giving them all up.
Dirty bastards, man.
It's just a fact. You see what I'm saying? Even a reverend, which, like, if you Google who are the most faithful men in the world, they'll be on top of the list. A man of God, a pope, a reverend. Even
They're
them.
supposed to be. I don't know if that's necessarily true.
Yeah, because he could be cheating with the deacon in the church
Or
office.
touching little boys and girls.
Yeah, so
anyway, that's for another story.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Right. So, Alex, if you can only choose one, which one do you value more, loyalty or faithfulness?
Like I said, man, I need both, because at this stage, you can't have one.
He's like, no, man, you're not gonna get me to change your name. I don't care how
Yeah.
different you ask the question. It's gonna be both.
Okay.
You kind of flip it, but I need this.
You're good. You're good, Alex. Because I'm trying to trip you up, man.
Alex is a attorney in the closet.
Yeah, right.
He's a secret attorney. You know what I'm saying? He does gymnastics around the questions.
He sure do. He's like, nope, not gonna get me on that one.
At it. Do you believe women change men's behavior?
If they like them enough, yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. Do you believe in order to control men, you have to control the women first?
Not necessarily, no.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you for your perspective.
Yeah, thanks. Well, thanks for not answering the questions, man.
Yeah, he
just like a man. He's like, nope.
He answered like half of them. Well, like I said, he's a attorney.
He sure is. Listen,
attorney.
if I need an attorney, I'm coming to you. You may not be board certified, but I'm coming to you.
All right, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
No problem. Anytime.
It's always different when it's us on the on it, but to have a female and male answer the same questions, one at a time, it was very interesting.
Yeah. So all right, let's go in. What's your definition of loyalty?
I'm gonna go with Jasmine's answers for those. Because I'm not gonna lie, I did real quick jump on Google and I was like, God damn it, he's gonna ask me these questions too. Let me find out. But I do like her answer.
There's no right or wrong answer.
No, I know, but loyalty, because I always freak out when I have to. I'm like, oh my God, they're so similar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I do like her answer where loyalty is, you defend them behind their back, you have their back, you'll kill for them,
okay.
or everything.
Faithful.
Faithful, just like she said, you don't step out on that person.
Okay.
Do they coincide? I think, like Alex, they should, but there are some differences.
I'm gonna run through my shit.
Oh, my bad.
Now, I don't believe a lot of what Google puts out. There's people that orchestrate that shit. So a lot of it is not what it is. I'm not myopic, so I think outside the box. I'm not, just like see what in front of me and just believe it.
Right.
I always, we always read between the lines. Shit on the news, there's deeper. I always do that. Whereas a lot more people are, which is not,
a bad way.
throwing shade, but a lot more people are myopic. They just see things, they believe it, they don't read in depth, they don't see things, they don't see down the line, the future, they don't think outside the box. They're not deep thinkers. Most people are not deep thinkers in this world. So I don't believe, because Google says that they are synonymous. If you Google loyalty, it comes up as being faithful and fidelity and stuff. And then if you Google faithful, loyalty stuff. So I don't believe it. Loyal is what you said. You have my back, and you there no matter what, good times, bad times. You ride or die for me. I believe that Ride or die means the highest level of loyalty. That
Mhm.
is the highest. Some people have loyalty and some people have high. There's levels to this shit.
Mhm.
So to me, it's like, when you have somebody that is ride or die, a dude, your male friend that is ride or die, of your female girlfriend, whatever it is, wife that is ride or die.
Mhm.
That is what that is,
Mhm.
in my opinion. They're
I
willing
agree
to
with that.
ride for you. Yo, I'm in a gym right now. Somebody's coming to beat me up. Yo,
Yeah.
yo, all right.
Where
Yo,
you
I'm
at?
getting off work
Yep.
quick. I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm not trying to promote violence,
Right.
but I'm just telling you that's what it is. It's kind
It's
of like,
that way of thinking.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of like if you have a woman, it's kind of like she's your partner in crime. It's metaphoric.
Mhm.
It's like, we're gonna rob a bank right now, like Bonnie and Clyde type of shit. Not
Mhm.
literally doing that, but
Right.
that's what it is.
Or even with friends, like if you're not around and somebody's talking shit about you, your boy, your friend should have your back.
Yes,
Yeah.
faithful. Oh, I agree with you. And her, and I don't know if Alex answered what that is, but faithful is fidelity. It's pretty
Mhm.
much just you are you're steadfast and you're respectful in that relationship. If you're in a relationship and you are faithful, you're not stepping out, you're not engaging with other people outside of that relationship. That's
Mhm.
what faithful, I believe, is. um is loyalty only in good times and bad times?
Only in good times and bad times. Loyalty is in both.
You would expect that, but not always. It's not always like that. Some people aren't loyal to you until you hit rock bottom.
So it's conditional, you're saying.
Yes,
Okay.
loyalty's conditional. Some people are loyal to a fault. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's true.
And sometimes loyalty is conditional. You might have people who are loyal to you in good times, and then bad times they're gone.
Right.
I'm gonna give you an example. A lot of motherfuckers talk about money. You gotta make 6 figures. You gotta make 7 figures. That's how you're gonna attract women. Women love that. Women will love you. Women will submit to you. These nerds,
Mm.
these dating coaches, and I call them nerds because they never experienced this shit, or they
Mhm.
only basing this type of women because they're just meeting these women at the club. Like, you're not meeting quality women, obviously. They're low vibrational. They're hoes. So
Okay.
you can't call those women.
Mm.
Gotta say most.
Okay.
So, a man has a lot of money. He has 2 wives. He gets sick. He was the breadwinner.
Okay.
Probably loses his job. Money is plummeting.
Mm.
These women both leave now.
Damn, not
That's
even
what
one stays?
I'm explaining to you. Where the loyalty is not just conditional, but it's only in good times. The motherfucker hit rock bottom. So that means the bitches were never loyal. They were just loyal to the money. And guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna run to wherever the money's at.
Mm.
Opportunists. You see what I'm saying? They could be wives, they could be girlfriends, whatever, a wife and a mistress. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's what I mean in that specific sense, that when somebody is loyal, it's in good times and it's bad times, especially bad.
Mhm. So
I don't
then
know. We might have
wouldn't
asked.
faithful have to be the same way?
We might have. We're talking about just loyalty in good times and bad times. We're not putting them together. So I think I asked this question in episode 27, loyalty and trust.
Okay.
I think it was season 3. I don't remember. Have you ever cheated?
Yes.
Why?
Disconnect.
Okay. Have you ever cheated out of revenge?
Yes.
Okay. Me, I've never cheated.
Okay.
I've talked about this in prior shows. I've had women that I was with that they were into girls, or we go to the club, a Spanish club or whatever it is, or when I was dating a black woman or Latina
Mhm.
or Asian at the time. Oh, you like that girl or whatever it is, because they just knew how my personality was. I always told them from the jump, like, hey, we're gonna build a relationship. I'm talking to the girls, da 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 da. Like,
Mhm.
they always knew that from jump, how I was. So women in my life have always tried to mold, try to accustom similar interests. They
That
tried
you
to
had
strive to have similar interests
as you
that I had.
got you.
You know what I'm saying? Everything. Oh, you like football? I'm gonna start with. Oh, you like WWE? Let me learn it. Oh, you like poly, or you like another
Mhm.
girl or whatever? Oh, there's a girl right there. Do you like her? You see what I'm saying? When we were
Mhm.
together with it, they could spot the nice ass before me. Hey,
Right.
you want to bring her home? So I never had to cheat. I never had to lie. I never had to do any of those things. I'm not pussy.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I never had to like lie and be scared of my girl. You know what I'm saying? One of the things my mom always taught me, even at 14 years old, if you're scared of your woman, you're the woman.
Damn.
If you can't control your woman, you are the woman. She told me those two things. You know what I'm saying? When I was
growing up.
growing up. So I've always kept that, but I've always molded into this thing. Like women have always seen dominance. They always smelled it with me a mile away, tattoo, muscular, stuff like that. Not just physical alpha, his mindset, his energy, the way he speaks, his deep voice, everything, his intensity, power. This guy is a man. So I never had a woman that was trying to control me. Even those dominant Dominicans that I've dated in the past, that or Puerto Ricans that tried, they failed. And what happened when they failed? They submitted.
Gotcha.
So I've never been that guy. Now, so that I can't even answer the revenge thing. So I don't do that either.
Well, I mean, it kind of defeats it. If you never cheated, then you never had.
Which would you rather have in your relationship
Loyalty.
if you could choose?
Loyalty.
Me, loyalty, definitely.
I would have thought you would have said faithful in your relationship.
For me.
Oh wait.
For me personally. In my
out of you, like what are you more?
More than me more.
See, I read that different. What would you have
now for the opposing person, for the opposing people, poly, whatever it is, a singular, definitely faithful.
Okay, I read that one as in my relationship, my partner I would want as loyal. That's how I read it. More than faithful.
What about you?
For myself, I would think I would. I would think that I would want to be loyal more than faithful. I don't know how but it's not. I don't see it in just is she going to step out or not, or in those terms. I think about it in the whole. Like
it's subjective. Like you know, if you don't think they coincide, then it doesn't matter.
I think that they hold hands. Have you ever? Oh no! Have you ever posted a half naked picture on the internet? I have not. So.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna date, wife, or get in a relationship with women who are doing that.
Okay.
Do you think about going to the club while in a relationship? What do you think about it? Fine. Yourself and him
together
separately.
I think that if it's a it's a discussion and your partner and it's not going to be an issue, then go for it.
Okay, flirting, friendly touching, intimate conversations with a stranger.
Not while you're in a relationship.
Okay. So I concur. Is it disloyal or unfaithful if you have work wives, for me, work husbands for you, or friends of the opposite sex while in a relationship?
While in a relationship, yes.
Both. Is disloyal and unfaithful?
I probably would go with it's more disloyal than unfaithful.
Okay. So to me, I agree with you. Wow.
What?
That's weird. I agree with you.
I'm gonna go play some lotto today.
It is disloyal, in my opinion. Unfaithful, there's no action.
Right, exactly.
But it's disloyal because you kind of put yourself in a position to
where it can happen.
You're putting yourself in a position to be tempted. Because the whole flirting thing to me is the cheating already. So you're already being disloyal.
Right.
You know, so that's how I look at it. Do you believe sexual arousal and relationship are two different things?
Two different things, correct.
I agree. Do you think women lust after and crave bad boys and a beast, but want to settle down with nice guys and gentlemen?
I definitely think women lust after and crave a bad boy and a beast. And I guess I don't know if they would want to settle down with a nice guy and a gentleman, but I'm sure they would want those bad boys and or beasts to be able to settle down with. So I'm gonna go with a half yes, but no, I don't think that they want to settle down with the good guys.
Okay, so you and Alex both agree. Okay, so me, I disagree.
Okay.
Women, all women, I'm generalizing now, not most, not a percentage, none of that stuff. All women lust after a bad boy or a beast, but they want to settle down with the nice boys or the nice guys and the gentlemen. Now, you got to understand that there's a handful of bad boys in this world. There's a handful of beasts and sexual beasts in this world. Okay, so that means that they're not here for everybody to take. There's women out there who are fucking with the same guy and they don't even know it.
That's true.
Okay, so it's a handful of them. That means it's not an array of them to be, hey, here's
Going
candy,
around,
here's
yeah.
candy. I'm making it rain for everybody to have, right? All the women to have. So therefore, they have no choice but to settle. So they settle for the beta males, they settle for the nice guys, they settle for the gentlemen. Now, an alpha male can still be a gentleman.
Yeah.
He just picks and chooses when to be a beast and turn it up. And, you see what I'm saying? Because
Right.
I believe chivalry is an alpha male trait. It's not a beta male
Right.
trait.
Well,
Oh,
gentlemen aren't nice guys aren't always gentlemen either. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yes, you're right. Most nice guys wear a mask regardless. They're
mhm,
like patient wolves. They
mhm,
lie and stuff like that. They don't show their true intentions and shit like that, right?
mhm.
So here's the thing. Most women settle for those guys because they think long term. They think not just this guy I can control, but he's gonna do everything. He's gonna cater to my needs, listen to me. He's gonna be emotionally available and vulnerable.
No,
I can have kids with him and he's gonna be so good to them and stuff like that. You see? That's the
no.
difference.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you.
And
Plus, you had 2 women on the show that says no to that question.
No, that's fine. But the reality is, women do settle for these
Said
guys
no.
because they look at it like relationship. These niggas won't cheat on me.
I don't know
This is
about
their
that.
psyche. Maybe down the line they try to change those guys to be the beast and the bad boy, which is an epic failure.
Mhm.
No woman in history has ever been able to do that, right?
Right.
So, but the reality is women settle for those guys because they look at them, oh, marriage material. They don't look at the beast and the bad boy as husband material. I'm gonna give you an example. In the past, when I was younger, like 19 or 20, I fucked this woman so good. She said, "You must have hoes. No man has ever fucked me like this. You must
I
do
mean,
this all
that's
the
true.
time. You must do this all the time, right?" And she was surprised when I was like, "No."
Oh, interesting.
Because back then I didn't realize what I am now. There's only 2% that are seducers, pleasurers, and sexual dominance in this world. 2% that engage in BDSM
Mm.
24/7. Dominance, masters. 2% of them. The rest just do this shit part-time. Hey,
Mm.
Valentine's Day, let's get some
Like bedroom subs.
handcuffs.
Mhm.
Just got the handcuffs. That's all you do. You
Mm.
see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
let me choke you. Erotic asphyxiation. They think that's BDSM. They do kindergarten shit,
Mm.
right? You're not gonna. It's only 2%. So back then I didn't know that like I do now.
Mm.
So ultimately, when I say this, and it's like I fucked her really well, she's already like, yo, fucking I can't fucking marry this guy. She never told me that, but I'm thinking, think about it.
You? She marry you?
Yes, because she's thinking, yo, you got hoes. You fucked me so good, you
Mm.
got hoes. Like I can't trust you. You see?
But I think women, I'm gonna disagree with you on that
You,
because women have gotten pregnant on purpose
I'm
by a bad boy to keep them.
I'm gonna yes.
No way?
Because this is the
Because they don't.
because that's what I was gonna get to. They manipulate. This is what a lot of
See
women
where we
do.
are?
This is what a lot of women do. When they get with the bad boys and the beasts, right? These sexual dominance or whatever it is, and they have fun with them. Oh my god, let's drive on the highway while you suck my dick. Let's sneak into the movie theater. Let's do this. Let's fuck in the park. I'm gonna tie you on the tree. Da, 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 da. Not a lot of people are looking. You see, they
Mhm.
just adventure. This
Right.
triggers arousal in a female psyche. Most niggas are boring.
Right.
So when they see excitement, boom, clit throbbing
Okay.
beyond their control. Yo, this
Right.
dude is interesting.
Okay.
So automatically, when they see that and they get with the guy and they start having all this fun with him and stuff like that, they're like, yo, I could try to build a relationship like that because I want this all the time. This is the irony. Women want men who are desirable. Other women want him. Women are always trying to get other women to co-sign for him. Yo, this guy I started talking to, what do you think about him?
Mm.
Pretend you and I are like
Mhm,
girlfriends. What do you think
mhm.
about them? And you shake your head. Oh, he's so cute. Automatically, that makes her want you more.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
now she's gonna be probably texting you first. Why? Because she got validation from her girl. See? So it's like most men are not like this. Real men are not like this. If I see a girl and I'm like, oh, what do you think about it? Yo, she's a hoe, dude. Yo, I heard she fucked, and she was doing this. It's gonna make him uninterested. He's
Yeah.
just gonna be thinking, okay, I'll be next, get the panties, and then I'm going ghost.
Okay.
Okay. Women don't look at it like that.
Right, but I'm talking about.
So now I'm getting to it because I do my science and biology dissection. You should know me by now. I'm getting to it, but I dissect it.
Got you.
So as she's going through this experience with this guy, she's gonna be like, can I build off this? Because he has these what makes him a bad boy? What makes him a beast? You see what I'm saying? Can I see this as him only being the way to me? And that's the irony. Women like men who are desirable, but when they get them, it's like, yo,
Only for me.
yes.
Right.
You see? And that's the problem. I like the fact that you got mad chicks commenting and all this shit, and they talked about your sex game and all this shit. But once they get them, they're like, why are these girls commenting? I don't
Right,
like
now
that.
they switch it
You
up.
see? That's what a lot of them do. So for them, they feel like bad boys are fun, alpha males are fun, beasts are fun. However, I cannot control them. The nice gentlemen I can. So if I can control them and they can cater to my feelings and do all this stuff and be vulnerable and blah blah blah, then I can marry these type of guys. She might still have the bad boy on the side when the husband not giving her sex. You see? See how I broke it down?
Yeah.
So at the end of
tired now, huh? You're like,
at the end of the day, women will get with the nice guy.
But then why they try to still manipulate the bad boys by getting pregnant? No, but that's what I'm trying
Not
to
all
say,
women,
though.
not all women do that.
That is true, but okay.
But
Let's
you know
move
what
on.
it is? You know what it is? That can be science and biology because women are attracted to the stronger genes.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
bad boys and beasts exude that. The nice guys and gentlemen exude weak genes in a female psyche. So she might just be thinking, just want this adventure all the time and strong kids.
That's what
You
I'm
see,
saying.
and benefits and stuff like that. Just like the carnivores felines
I
in
was
the
about
jungle.
to say
The
that.
carnivores felines in the jungle do it consciously.
You stole my answer.
Human beings do it unconsciously. Not human beings, women.
Yeah. So then do you think men that, lust after the sluts and sexually liberated hoes but want to settle down with the traditional women, well, you already like that more than that. A traditional woman / good girl already attracts you. That's an attractive
I
trait, right?
lust after. I
So
lust after those.
what did Alex say?
Alex said,
That they don't. No, he said that's true. That they
Yeah, he
like
said
them,
it's
but they
true.
want the traditional.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I said this earlier when Jasmine, most men in this world are not in my category.
Right.
Like I am greatness prone in a league of my own, high levels of testosterone. I'll finish the rhyme. But this is me. So you got to look at it that not an array of men are in this category.
That's true.
So you got to understand most men like to go with the flow. They don't want to train. They don't. And the higher they get in life, the more they're going to want you to be cooperative without them having to do any work. You see what I'm saying? Like, yo, do you know who the fuck you're talking to? Like, women submit to me. What makes you special? If I gotta throw some money on the table to get you be that way, I'm willing to do that. You see, men that are like that like are financially dominant think like this because they're just so spoiled.
Yeah,
they're brats.
Right, they just throw money down and get
Yes,
whatever
they're
they want.
bitches. They're brats. They don't believe that you need to put any work when you're pursuing anything because they're used to prostitute type of women.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, it's like this, right? I'm a teacher. That's what I thrive in. Educating and empowering, that's one of my love languages. This is when I feel the most comfortable. Pressure, I thrive in it. Leading, I love that shit. Most men can't say the same thing. So if I get a woman that is a good girl and most men think she's boring, guess what? I love that because I'm be willing to take the mediocre looking car right? And soup it up and make it look like a Lamborghini and a Ferrari. Most men want the fully loaded Lamborghini and Ferrari because they're fucking lazy. That's what it comes down to. That's the summary.
Definitely.
That's the summary. They're lazy and they are boring in bed. But when you have a man who is a one that, baby, I'm the one that's giving you a gift sexually. What is hoes and sexually liberated hoes and women that take their clothes off and strippers gonna do for him? Huh? Huh? Most men ain't in this category, Sue. Right or wrong?
Yep.
Yes.
That's
Most
true.
men don't have sexual discipline. Right or wrong?
Correct.
Yes. So at the end of the day, they're gonna want the traditional good girl because just like the woman, they're thinking long term and I could build my kids and they could get the best education and all of that. Why would a man get with a sexually liberated whore and say I want to have kids with him and he has a girl? If he has a girl, she's gonna inherit the wholeness.
Oh,
Why? Because
daughter?
she's seeing daughter.
Mhm.
Yeah, because she's seeing it every day. What man wants his daughter to be a hoe?
That's true.
If you knew how you was as a man, whether you was a teen, adult, and you was chasing chicks, when you have a daughter, aren't you gonna be extra protective? Because you're like, yo, I know how these little niggas think.
Yeah, that's true.
So why is he gonna want his woman to be put in at risk, potentially be raped, taken advantage of and shit? A real man thinks like this. So he's never gonna marry the hoe. He's never gonna marry the stripper. He's never gonna marry the woman that is sexually liberated on social media.
Okay.
He's not gonna do that because he's thinking of that. Now, me lusting after the traditional and good girls is because most niggas are myopic. Me, when I see a good girl, I'm like, man, you could show that shit to the world. But I know you got a devil inside you, and I'm gonna unleash that. How many men think like this? 1. 2, how many men can actually bring out that beast and sexual freak? Do you know any?
Do I know any?
Yes.
I mean, no, I don't know.
Yes, exactly. So
Is that you put me on the spot? You made me nervous.
exactly. Because at the end of the day, most men don't know how to do that. Most men don't know how to transform women. That's what it comes down to. So if I see a good girl, I could already see, yes, you can show that face to the world, but in private, I see a slut face. And I made you that way because I'm a beast.
Okay.
And you always gonna respect me because I was the one that dominated you. I was the one that brought that out. So now you see me of high authority.
Right, where she sees you in a whole different light.
Yes, she holds
almost
me
like godlike.
Yes, she holds me at high regard because a lot of niggas can't do that. Huh? Yes. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna take the one that I want in the entirety. The good girl, specifically because kids, she's not gonna step out and all this. And I can make her into that hoe. I could make her
Your
into
hoe, like
my hoe. Yeah, I can
private
make her
hoe.
into that stripper. Yo, strip for me. Let me watch. Most niggas can't do this. And the higher they get in life, they can't. Why do you think it's easy? You're never gonna figure out why. So I'm gonna give you the answer.
Money.
Most men never worked on their social skills. They don't have gift of gab. They don't know how to meet women, quality women. They never been able to talk to women. They never experienced this. They were never a bad boy. They never did anything bad. They probably hanged up on a chick and they think that's being an asshole. You see, that's their best thing. Oh, I'm an asshole. No, you're not. You're talking about kindergarten shit. Most of these niggas that saying they're bad boys are not really, or they're not alpha. You see what I'm saying? They never experienced none of this stuff. So when they working their asses off to get to that money, they don't know how to talk to women. So all they know how to do is just lead with their pockets.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, they're not gonna know how to do this. They're not gonna know how to empower a woman where it's like you giving her a safe space in private without being resented and judged to bring out that inner freak. And I'm the reason for it.
Okay. So do you think that oftentimes people...
Yeah, you say okay, but that's just a fact. It's a fact.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Jeez. So do you think that oftentimes people go for what they lust for and build a relationship of that, or try to change the person into a loyal and faithful partner?
They go for the lust because it's just easy.
I agree with you.
Most men and women try to build up a bad relationship because of the good sex.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They
I
try to
do
make the
think that
relationship
most
work for the sex. If the sex is really, really bad, why can't this guy kiss me right? How does he not know how to kiss me? We've been together for long. How does he not know how to touch me right? Same thing with the woman. The man could be thinking, but maybe not articulating it because a lot of men don't have balls. They don't tell the women what they don't like and how to be and all that other shit. They just hide and shit, right? Oh, the dinner was good, right? Yeah, it was good. Let me not say it was mediocre because she might throw a plate at me. Because niggas are pussy out here. That's what it comes down to. A lot of men are pussy.
okay.
You see what I'm saying? So they rather just they're so scared of their women, they won't articulate things that they don't like
I
of
don't
the
know if
women.
they're
So
necessarily scared, but I think a lot of men, like you said, are lazy and they just don't want to hear her bitch and complain.
and I'm glad that you interject and said that. And the third thing, they care
Sorry.
about your feelings.
Who, the men?
Yes. Me, I don't care about your feelings. That's the difference. I could love you with every fiber of my being. I still don't care about your feelings. Most regular men that love you are going to be like, let me not tell her the food is mediocre and how she should do it next time because she'll cry. Maybe not even be scared, throw the thing at me, she'll cry. Let me not tell her she doesn't know how to suck dick right
My lord.
because she'll cry.
That she could probably cry over, but cooking?
You know what I'm
I wouldn't
saying?
cry over
He's
that.
not going to say, you don't know how to suck dick. I'm going to teach you what I like.
Which maybe not you don't know how to suck dick, but try it like this.
A lot of men won't
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
true.
Only gangsters.
I
And
do
there's a
think
handful of them.
I do think though that more women will try to change the person that they're with into loyal and faithful.
Yes, absolutely. Because
Yeah, but
women
not
have
men
this.
too
Women
much.
have a rescuer complex.
Yeah.
A lot of them want to be needed. A lot of
Mhm.
them want. Oh, I could change him if they project their love language upon men because of how they are. I know if I love a man, I'm willing to change for him. So if he loves me, he's gonna
He's
do
gonna
the
have to
same thing.
change,
You
right?
see, so they carry that ideology and try to project that upon men,
Mhm.
which I think is the dumbest thing they do. But that they're more inclined to thinking that way. Me, I don't look at somebody that's like, oh my God, she's showing her ass cheeks online and showing her titties online and stuff like that. I don't look at her as I can make her into a traditional housewife and be faithful.
Right.
I don't look
I
at I'm confident. I've changed the most gangster that roll with killers chicks and made them submissive. I've changed the most combative women and made them submissive. Feminists and made them submissive. Combative women, Latinas, black, white, it don't matter. I've dealt with all sizes, all races. So it shows you the type of character of a man and how powerful I am. And I'm even telling you I won't do it.
do you think there's a difference though with changing somebody who's combative than somebody who's promiscuous?
Yes.
There is a
Yeah, there's a
yeah, there
difference.
is.
That's why I tell you that a woman that's
It's
a little
harder to change.
combative is not a problem because I'm
Exactly.
not myopic. Most men are myopic. They just see what's in front of them. They don't read deeper. Me, I'm gonna dissect you. I'm gonna break you a fucking part and know
My
why
God.
this stems from. Did you grow up with your father? Did you do this? Now she's gonna start building an emotional attachment. Oh my God, men never cared to know about my feelings. Men never cared to know why I'm like this. Men never cared to want to know my opinion. I love you. You see?
Mhm.
You see, now she gets soft for me. Most men don't know how to do this because, like I said, they're myopic. They see what's in front of them. They don't see what is beyond. Me, I look in a woman's soul. My eyes are so piercing. I'm piercing through her soul. I could be in a staring contest. I'm a Scorpio. You're the one that's gonna lose. Because as I'm staring at you, I'm reading you. Most men are not doing that.
That's true.
You ain't never met a dominant like me. So you can't, that's why I say there's only 2% of us that are in this world. You see, most men are just boring and regular. So at the end of the day, they might think that. And I don't want to name any C-list, B-list celebrities, but there's somebody that we both know that did it. And I believe he's a simp, mangina, and he has a lot of money. There's a few of them. My bad. It's not just one. There's a few of them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you cannot change character.
Okay, good. So let me ask you this because it leads us into the next bullet. A toxic bad boy player who isn't sexually monogamous or emotionally and physically monogamous. and a gold digger, hoe, or slut, who's more likely to change? Or are they both incorrigible? You think the woman will change more? I think she would attempt to change more.
Damn, that's a good idea. You got me. That's a good question. My own fucking question.
I was about to say that's your own question, sir.
Okay.
Because you said about character.
Okay. They both I don't want to do the both thing. I want to stick to one answer. But they both will change, but will they change temporarily or long term?
That's it.
That's what it
That's
is.
temporary.
They both will change.
Exactly.
They both will change. But who is likely to
stay that way?
To stay that way?
See, I was gonna go with they're both incorrigible. Only because
Who is
wait.
Who is likely to stay loyal and faithful?
No, to change their ways, I'm assuming.
Well, we're talking about consistency. So who is likely for the long term willing to change forever? The man.
Why?
Because men are as loyal as their options. So when the man gets to a certain age,
well, women you said don't have options.
Look at it this way. Women age better than men.
No, negative. Negatory. I've always heard a man ages like fine wine. When they have gray hair, that salt and pepper is like, oh, he's so distinguished. Sean Connery. A woman with gray hair looks like a freaking vieja with gray hair. She looks like a witch.
I've seen 45, 50-year-old women that have high sex drive still, that still don't like have wrinkles and all that other stuff. Yo, let's be honest. And a lot of people are not going to want to hear this. White people age different than black, Latinas, Asians, and all that other shit.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, a black don't crack. So a 45-year-old black woman is gonna look better than a 45-year-old white woman. That white woman might look her age. The black woman won't.
No, they look like they're 30.
You see what I'm saying? Now you look at a white man and a black man, they're gonna look their age, especially if they're not taking care of themselves.
Like their skin.
Yeah,
that's true.
Caribbeans might be different and shit like that, but like American black, maybe they'll look their age and shit like that. Or you see what I'm saying? But most men age badly, and women age better as they get older. Women outlast men in as far as lifetime.
Yes, lifespan. I agree with that, but like I said, like I've always heard that. Maybe nowadays because women are more taking care of their skin with skin routines, but men also are coming back with the Botox and all that shit.
Let me finish with what I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
Women can acquire sex better and easier than men. It don't matter if they're fucking 50. If they look decent, they'll still get guys.
Okay.
Men is different.
If they have money, they can have sex with whoever they want.
Yes, you're right. But if you have a man who takes care of his body, he's in the gym and he has money, he can have sex with whoever he wants. But most men are fat in this world. Most men are overweight. And it's more
married men,
especially more in America.
Especially
more in America. They don't keep up with their physique and stuff like that. So they're not gonna have a lot of options.
Yes,
they're not gonna have a lot of options. The older a man gets, the more his testosterone lowers as well.
But you're saying he still has some options, because according to you, women don't have options. Men have the options.
No. Let me reiterate. Women have more sexual options than men. They don't have relationship options. Whereas men have more relationship options than sexual options. Why? Easy. Men control relationships and commitment. Women don't.
They control sex.
You control sex.
Gotcha.
So at the end of the day, all these women that are like, oh, I got these guys waiting for a text back. They're telling you what you want to hear. You're gorgeous. Or they see you from the back on social media because they want to have sex with you. They're waiting for a text back because they want to have sex with you. None of these men are saying, I want to dominate you, make you come more than I'm going to make me come, give you this, give you that, marry you, build kids with you. We're going to build this conglomerate. None of these men are saying this. They're telling you what they want to hear because they want to have sex. None of them men are talking about long term. So these women at the end of the day don't have options. I don't
Right.
count sex. Like Alex said, temporary pleasures.
Mhm.
Temporary pleasures don't matter. Lust doesn't matter to me.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying? It doesn't fucking count.
All right. So
You
you're.
could sleep, you could get a crackhead
Oh my
in the
lord.
street. You be in your bonnet, it, bonnet and
Chanclas?
yeah,
Slippers?
and pajama pants. You'll get men.
That's true. But what kind of
Just
men?
woke up, didn't even wipe the cold out your eye. You'll get men hitting on you. Breath could stink.
That's awful.
There's a lot of dirty niggas out here. There's a lot of dudes that are thirsty for whatever. They just see a hole. They
That's
see
true.
lust. They
Mm.
see pussy. They see women as sexual value. They're not looking at women like I can utilize you in the most
Mm.
conducive way and build a team. I could put you to work.
Yeah, because they only want to utilize them for sex.
Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You
All
see what
right.
I'm saying? So at the end of the day, a man is most likely to change because he might be the bad boy, the player, the not sexually monogamous because he had so much options. So the moment that he can't get no more pussy, I guess it's time to settle down and be a good man. I guess it's time to brainwash myself and think monogamy is it. I
Yeah.
guess it's time to like find God now.
Yeah. I
Because
agree
I
with
wasn't
you.
finding God back in the day. I was doing all this fucking trifling shit and
Yeah,
just
I
playing
agree.
motherfuckers. You know, now my karma sucks.
Mm.
And I led motherfuckers on. You know, and I
Mm-hmm.
lied and I cheated. But now, you
And
know,
plus, as a man gets older, like you said so many times before, their testosterone lowers, and so they might
yes.
not have that drive to be
Yeah.
fucking all these bitches.
So the man is most likely doing it. Yo, I
To do it.
guarantee you there's a I don't know any strip clubs around my town, but there's a strip club in a city near you, ladies and gentlemen, where there's a 45-year-old woman on the pole.
Mm.
You see?
That's true.
So, you know, it's so much easier for women to get sex. It doesn't even matter about their age.
That's true.
Mm.
Okay, so
I saw a woman. And I'm gonna say this, and then we could get to the last parts. I saw a woman who was, and I'm not bashing any overweight women, but I saw a woman who looked like she was 300 pounds. It was
okay.
like on Instagram, it was a video. And she was dancing and twerking and doing all these things seductively. I guarantee you there's a couple of dudes that's gonna
Of
smash.
course.
But the fat guy, he not gonna get a lot of women. Same 300-pound guy, doesn't have no money, right? Doesn't have notoriety and shit like that. He's not gonna get the same type of women flocking towards him. He has to have shit. That woman who's 300 pounds doesn't have to have shit.
Mm. I don't know about that.
There's a guy that looks like a twig
That likes that, right?
that
It's like
probably
opposites attract.
wants her to sit on his face.
Oh.
Yo,
Yeah, no, that's true.
am I saying real shit or not?
There's somebody for everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's so much harder. Whereas a man has to bring more to the table than a woman.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
definitely the man
Yeah,
will settle. Most men are simping.
will change. You mean.
Most men are simping in this modern era for chicks.
That's true.
So definitely men.
Yeah. So you can only choose one. Your rules. Which do you value more, loyalty or faithfulness?
For myself and the other
Mhm.
person.
No. Which one do you value more? I don't know. That's the question. You can only choose one.
I value loyalty more. Wait.
Or-
It's hard. If you're talking about friendship, loyalty. If you're talking about relationship, faithful.
Okay. These are the people
Like personal
to you.
relationship. Faithful.
Your friends, you want
Yes.
loyal. Your women, you want faithful.
Yes.
And what about you? Like, how do you? What is more? Which one do you value in yourself more?
Loyalty.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna tell you why. For the women, personal relationships, not like business or anything like that. Personal relationships. Why I want faithfulness is
Well,
because
that's like self-explainable.
yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna use the same scenario I said with Jasmine. She goes out to the club with her friends, and her friends are all feminists, right? I'm the author, right? I got the brush. I'm gonna paint the perfect picture. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
She got feminist friends. All her friends are feminists. She's the outcast.
Okay.
You're shaking your head.
Because you like to really put really abstract stuff there, like right there.
Yes, because I believe that women are one of two things. There's no middle ground. You're either a closet feminist or out of the closet, or you're traditional.
Okay.
Okay? So these women think equality. I get in my relationship is a partnership where we doing 50-50.
Okay.
Not a partnership where it's like you do your managerial duties and I'll do my managerial duties. There's the partnership. I do the shit as a man and bring to the table as a man, and you bring to the table and you do the things as a man. Like gender roles.
Okay.
Right? They don't look at that as partnership. They look at it, we gotta do the same shit.
Okay.
We're equal. We're human beings, not men and women.
Got you.
Okay. So these women, because I just want to make people understand, and you. So these women are like, damn, girl, it was like, I can't believe Discipline let you out. I
Okay.
can't believe he let you out. Like, it was like pulling teeth to try to get you to come out here. Why the fuck do you let him tell you what to do?
Okay.
Well, I like it. He's not that bad if you guys get to know him. No, he's a fucking controlling asshole. He's fucking toxic, okay?
Okay.
You need to leave that motherfucker and find yourself a nice guy. Find yourself a good guy that's gonna like listen to you and let you do whatever the fuck you want. You gotta be a free spirit, girl. What's wrong with you? You make a lot of money. You got your own da-da-da-da-da.
Okay.
Why are you letting him do that? He shouldn't be controlling shit and your fucking life. That's fucking toxic.
Okay.
She, at that point, just lets them rant.
Okay.
Doesn't say shit. The only thing she said, oh, if you guys get to know him, and this is how she ends it. Maybe you're right. I don't know. I really don't know. But I love him. Maybe you're right.
Okay.
You see? So
no, what am I trying to see?
The loyalty and the faithful. I'd rather her not step out on me physically, emotionally, because the whole night she was at the club, guys was coming to her, she was turning them down.
Okay.
The whole night, hey, baby, let me get your number. Oh, you look so good. I want to motorboat on your titties. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So she's displaying faithfulness to me. She's not displaying loyalty. So I can come back and she could say to me, we did this and I was like, and she might not even tell me what the girls said to her. That's still her not being loyal. And I have to ask her, so what happened at the club? Everything went well? Yeah, everything went well. So, what did you girls do? Well, we got into like a little argument, whatever. Really? What ended up happening? Well, they were talking about you again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, why did they feel comfortable talking shit about me to you?
Right.
Why didn't you check them? That's her being disloyal. Oh, well, I don't know. I could always train that. I won't dismiss her. I won't dismiss her. So I value the faithful is more than low. Now I'm gonna say from now on, your friends should never feel comfortable talking shit about me. They don't need to know me. They need to respect me. Why? Because of you. You setting that standard. Sophia checks Lisa and stuck between two different worlds. After he did what he did, they went to the cafe.
Yep, I remember.
That's a prime example. Stuck between two different worlds. She checks him.
Yep.
Yo, don't be talking to that motherfucking dog. Don't be talking to my husband like that. He's still my husband at the end of the day. Okay, that dog. Yo, you gotta chill. Checking her. Friend since high school.
Yep, that's how it should be.
You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to train her more. She requires discipline, not punishment.
Got you. All right.
I'm not gonna punish her. Put her in a closet, put a clothespin on her tongue, put spank her, do none of that stuff that's punishing. She gotta be mentally and emotionally trained. She requires discipline.
Gotcha.
Now moving forward, when you go to the club or you're with your girls and they're talking about me, you need to nip that in the bud. They should never feel the even urge comfortable to want to talk shit about me because of you. You set that standard. That's the loyalty. Loyalty I could train in that sense. Faithful you can't.
Okay.
Now let's reverse. Now let's say she does check her girls. Oh, don't talk to my man like that. We gonna get married. That's my hubby. I got kids with him. It's hypothetical scenario. Y'all need to do that. That's why y'all all single and y'all can't keep a man. She's checking them and she's also standing up for her man. But a man comes and says, hey, beautiful, how are you? She smiles at him. Wanna dance? I don't know. Listen, I ain't asking you to be a wife. or whatever it is. I ain't asking you to get married. I just want to dance. You know, I ain't even gonna get your number. Okay, dances with him, and they're grinding.
Got you.
She's cheated. She wasn't displaying faithfulness, but she was still loyal to me.
Got you.
So I'd rather have the faithful than the loyal.
All right, that makes sense.
Do
You
you-
do have that? You do have that gift
Yes.
of
Do you
changing shit.
do you believe women change men's behavior? You said no.
I said no.
Okay, I believe yes. Do you believe in order to control men, you have to control the women? You said no.
Mhm.
Okay, now I'm gonna break it down, and then we're gonna do our final thoughts. Whenever I rub my palms
It's
together,
bad. I know
it's
bad.
not just bad. Truth is coming.
Oh Lord.
Truth is coming that a lot of people can't handle. Women control men's behavior because yes, there's a lot of thirsty men out here. One, simps, beta males.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Most men, yes. The other men who are steadfast in their ways, who have sexual discipline and all that shit, that are more dangerous because they're focused and women can't manipulate them with sex, they're a handful. These guys are special.
Okay.
Now, most women control men's behavior because I feel like an array of things, ladies' night, clubs will attract more men and shit like that. Strip clubs, a stripper female and a stripper male. A stripper female will make more money than the male. Boom. Because you'll have chicks that are in there that are lesbian. You'll have chicks that are in there that are bisexual. You'll have guys that are in there that are heterosexual. You got them all. Most men, even you look good, you only gonna attract one type of gender. You're not gonna attract all the other you're not gonna attract the men.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Even if they're non-heterosexual, you're not gonna always attract all of them. They're
That's
You
true.
see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Okay, so women, boom. Social media, boom. Women. In the past, you know where I grew up. Yo, women set up niggas.
Yeah.
Women was setting up niggas easy.
Okay.
Yo, setting them up.
Mhm.
Easy, just like whatever they control. They could change men's behavior, make them be soft and all this other stuff. Change their ideologies, believe all this shit, right? Boom. In order to control men, you have to control the women. Guess what? Alpha males, organized alpha males, is a problem to society.
Okay.
It's a problem to society. This is why all those old school gangsters, you don't hear about them no more. Infiltration and shit like that. Organized alpha males is a danger to society. They're afraid of them. So how are you going to be able to control men? By controlling the women. Now, I used to say that I used to get flagged on social media because of the stuff that I was teaching about BDSM and stuff like that.
Right.
However, titties get to stay.
Okay.
Ass gets to stay. Why? Because that's part of the plan.
What plan?
To break up happy homes, to break up relationships, because men are visual creatures.
Okay.
So if we take the dominant figure, which is the man, out of the household, now the women we can control. It makes there's a vulnerability there. If we push out feminism, we can control the men.
How do you control the men by pushing out feminism?
Because everything that feminism comes with, sexual liberation, I could do it too. Sexual harassment was implemented in the workplace to protect the women from the men.
Okay.
You see, you're still controlling the men. Men have a natural caveman persona and mentality and action.
Okay.
So there has to be certain laws in this world to suppress that or control it.
Okay.
So if you empower women and if you put women in positions to do what men do and be like men and show their bodies and all this other stuff, you can control men. I'm going to give you an example.
Okay.
There's a man out there who is so steadfast, strong, and independent, and you're fired and all that. But all it takes is a sexy looking model to come into the office, you know, do a little strut and stuff like that. And now he's just like, oh yes. Oh yes, baby, yes, come. Oh, yes. You see how you're controlling him now?
Right, okay.
Boom. There's a scene in There's Still Unfinished Business, the most recent book. Jefe is forcing Dominic to work with the Russian mob,
Okay.
right? Bring the chicas, come out with the alcohol, and there's this substance that I don't want to name.
Uh-huh.
And Dom is like, I'm good. I don't do that. Listen, over here, you sniff these lines. You don't cross them. He says to him. That's one. Number two, when the women are coming out, the Russian guy says, "Ooh, pussy. I love pussy." This is verbatim in the book. I love pussy. Dominic keeps mental documentation. These women are coming out in lingerie. What's Dominic doing? Is he going googly eye? That nigga's trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going to get out of Jefe's grasp. Because this nigga's threatening shit to keep me uncontrolled. And he's making me work for in the industry I'm trying to get out of. That's my past. He's bringing me back into it.
Gotcha.
Okay? So now, Jefe sits down the men and he says, you see that lady across the room that's talking to that guy? Few seconds of her time, she gonna get whatever she wants. And it happens. That guy goes into the room. He looks at them and laughs. Women are dangerous. You see what they can do? Key word. So how you going to control a man, a strong man?
With sex?
Yes, because that's a lot of men's weakness.
Okay.
So if you can control the women, and this is the irony with feminism. This is the irony with feminism. Women thinking that they're empowered and all this other stuff. No, because there's entities and I can name them, but I don't want to name them. They control all that shit. And they're men. They're men, okay? They control the world. Presidents don't control the world. They're behind the scenes. So they know this shit is going to control men. So they're implementing them. And that's what I'm saying is the irony with feminism.
But then at the end of the day, who's pulling the strings? A man or a woman?
A man.
Then?
But this is why I say, how are you going to control the men?
I don't know, because I feel like if a woman can really control a man, then why do men still cheat?
How are you going to control the men? By controlling the women. These men, this is how we're controlling them. You're not listening, Sue.
No.
Because you're thinking myopic. You're not listening. There's an array of things that are going on in this world. Music, television, social constructs, social conditioning, social media that is part of the plan to control alpha dominant men. Women are also part of it. You see how I broke it down?
Yep.
So let's say, and I'm going to give you an example. And I don't want to give the book away, but the way Dom was able to control the Russian mob was through what the guy said. He kept mental documentation up. You got to get in the ring with me on this, or I won.
No, you won.
Okay.
Jeez.
So at the end of the day, this goes beyond that this is part of the plan.
Okay.
So it's like they're sitting at a table, all of them. Yo, how are we gonna get the men out of the house? We're gonna implement feminism. We're gonna do this, gender roles, equality, blah blah blah. Like this is how you're gonna control the men. This is how you're gonna break these alpha male organizations. You see? So you got to control the women first. And when you do, then you can control the men. Because women are puppets and they're pulling the strings. So if you got, I'm going to give you an example. Visual aid. Strippers on a pole. I'm the puppet master. And they're bringing men to the strip club to give money. They're controlling them.
Okay.
You see?
That makes sense.
Hey, baby, would you take out the garbage? Oh, I'll give you pussy tonight. Okay. Control.
Okay.
Just an example. So if you control the women, you can control the men. And I say they know that.
Okay.
So what are your final thoughts?
My final thoughts on loyalty versus faithful. I have to agree with both our callers. You should have both in yourself and look for that in your partner. But if you can't find both loyalty and faithful in your partner, then you should really think about which one is more important to you and make the right decision based on that, I guess.
Okay, good final thoughts.
Thank you.
Mine are loyalty and faithfulness are not synonymous in my opinion. Modern people are afraid of relationships and commitment. Why? Because they're already thinking of cheating and lying and dishonesty, disloyalty, infidelity, not being faithful because the relationship before the relationship even starts. Why? Well, we talked about it in shows back then. Most people, an array of them, majority, like 90%, have PTSD and they don't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's from relationship, childhood, whatever it is, public display of disaster, right? They have PTSD. And most of them haven't confronted it and they don't have closure.
Mm-hmm.
They're already approaching relationships with, yo, he's gonna cheat on me. He's a liar. He's this, he's that,
Gotcha.
based off what it is. So I'm gonna play the game too on my end.
Mm.
It could be a guy that thinks, have an ideology of all women are hoes.
So they're jaded, you're saying?
Yes, they're
Yeah.
jaded. Women are. All guys cheat. All guys are liars. There's no good men out there. But I'm unwilling to go the other way. So I'll
Okay.
still go on dates and get to know a guy. You see what I'm saying? So that's why they're afraid. This makes us guarded and not be honest with ourselves and the other person we are in the courtship or dating.
Mm-hmm.
My advice would be to vet more. People aren't doing that. Not enough people are doing this. Study and know the man or woman you're with. Don't date a guy and then have a guy you're fucking on the side while you make the guy you date wait because because you know he's a good man, or you just buy a toy and do it yourself because too many people are having sex on the first date. And that's why I say this. So it's like if you know that man is quality, you want to put your all in him or whatever it is. Like,
satisfy yourself. Don't go with somebody. Don't go with the guy that you know already.
Yeah, me. I'm the thing is this: if I'm on a date with a woman, I don't let her order alcohol. Because she feels frisky after. Women in general feel frisky after alcohol. So it's always easy to get them to do whatever you want after that. So I don't let them order alcohol. I usually order for us 2 waters. Yeah, let's go with you. All right, cool. But I let her order her own, like her menu and shit like
Her
that.
meal. Okay.
Yeah. But if it's a significant other of mine, 2 waters with a lemon, just like that. And then I'll be like, yo, you know what you want to eat? If she don't know what she want to eat, all right, cool. I'm gonna pick for you.
Okay.
You see, but most people, if it's a first date and she doesn't belong to me, it's the same thing. Unless she interjects and says, no, I'm not gonna have a water. I'm gonna do this. Now, if she orders a martini or some shit, yo, that's gonna be a problem.
Do you tell them that or rip?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't do that because alcohol plays a factor. And then now this guy's a rebound. You fucking him on the first date already, and now you just have something to blame. Oh, blame it on the alcohol. I wasn't thinking. I wasn't sober. You see? So
Oh, that's smart.
men, I know sometimes honesty is not rewarded, but be straight up with a female. Like, listen, I'm in an open relationship one way. It's just me, or maybe it's both ways. You know, the girl could step out too, right? I'm in an open relationship. I really find you attractive. I want to know you more, possibly love you. Let's see where this could go. I'm in a poly relationship, but it's one, maybe it's one-sided, maybe it's both, whatever it is, right? The women have no desire to be anything but monogamous to me. I love her or I love them, but I want to grow to love you too. Are you still willing to fuck with me or not? And get to know me and allow me to get to know you. Now you put the ball in her court because at the end of the day, the woman still chooses because she's still gonna allow you to court her, sex, all that. So she's still choosing. She hasn't given you the reins and the power yet. So you still gotta give it up to her to make the decision. Once she makes the decision, it's like, okay, baby, you chose to be here. So if you're acting crazy or being a certain way, remember, you're the one that made the decision. Remember when I said in old shows, I give people choices.
Yeah.
So if they choose, and I do
100%.
that, so there's no responsibility on me. You the one that chose this.
I agree with you. More men should do that. 100%.
You see what I'm saying? Well, they don't even think like this.
You know what the problem is? That they're too scared of not getting the girl. That's the problem.
Yes.
They need to be more self-disciplined and sure about themselves. But go ahead.
Yes. Women, study your men. I'll reiterate. Men, study your women. While y'all are dating, this is the key thing. See how she is online or how he is online. See if she will lie to you easily. A woman that can lie to you effortlessly when she says, she loves you will cheat, and a man the same way. A
Mm.
man that says, he loves you, whatever it is, and he'll cheat. But men and women are different when it comes to being faithful. So
Mm.
I went on this. I went on last time. I don't want to get into it. You have to learn each other's love languages, their
Yeah.
idiosyncrasies, their constant habits, and their day-to-day routine. How they treat you and how they don't treat you.
That's important. How they don't. Yep.
Fuck them being consistent, because you could be with a consistent liar.
Mm-hmm. A
You see
good
what I'm saying?
consistent liar.
Most women I've dated have said that to me. Oh, I want a man to be consistent. I'm not asking for too much. And I know where that stems from. Because you probably had a liar, cheater, and all this other stuff, and he wasn't showing affection and all this. You see, so I don't give a like. I always say to them, give me more of what you
Mm.
want. Don't just say consistently, because I could be a consistent liar.
Yep.
So that means I'm still consistent, girl.
Yep.
You got to be specific. I'm a technical boxer.
Oh, so technical.
So to me, it's like you got to be consistent. That woman could consistently be combative.
Mm-hmm.
Consistently, yeah. So no, you need more.
Mm-hmm.
You got to feel their energy when you're with them. Body language,
Yeah.
eye contact. You got to listen. Now, karma is real, ladies and gentlemen. A woman out there can think, I'll never tell him the truth because I know he will leave me. But if I find out about him,
What do you mean, like cheating
yeah,
or lying?
I won't leave immediately because of what he's providing.
I don't know about that.
Or the man will think the same. She'll leave if
If she
she
finds
finds out. What you do in the dark will come to light. That's how God, the ancestors, and the universe works, and how and they know.
Mm.
One day it could be like Dom and Sophia's situation, stuck between two different worlds. Sophia left the crib. Dom asked Astadia for a photo that was revealing, and then he rushed into the bathroom because he remembered he had a meeting, but he didn't lock his phone. And he
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
usually, he leaves his phone on the counter, but he doesn't usually do that. So he's running to the bathroom and he drops it on the bed.
Mm.
Now, I said, how the fuck I'm gonna make this interesting? So I had to think about this scene.
That was a really good scene, by the
Sophia
way.
came back in the house because she forgot her keys. She headed straight to the bedroom and yelling out for Dom, but he was already in the shower and couldn't hear her. And that's all I'm gonna leave it at that, because I don't want to give it away. Let's say hypothetically, you're out with your lady, and the side nigga pops up at the same place. He doesn't know how to shut his mouth or something, and you both are chilling. You both are chilling on the couch. Maybe you're with your honey and your phone faces up, and like you're watching a movie or whatever, and caller ID it says Big Dick Daddy. Or you're driving with your girl and the caller ID in the car calls out the side bitch named Deep Throat Queen. So I'm trying to be real. Like, I know it's funny, but I'm trying to be real. Like, people can think that they will. Okay, Nipsey said this. Nipsey Hussle said this. Energy is real.
Yeah. Right.
So you think you can run from the cops, and okay. But it's just like Final Destination. He didn't say Final Destination. I'm just adding that shit. It's gonna come back.
Yep.
So a woman, a man could be thinking, yo, I'm not getting go. And you might be doing it for a year. But eventually God's gonna say, jig is up. It could be a chick, and chicks cheat better than men because they use their brain more efficiently. Eventually something's gonna happen where she's gonna get caught. She might have gone to the bathroom. The woman's phone pops up, and it's the side nigga. And he's like, presses, and he just listens. And the nigga on the other side heard that the phone is open. Hey, baby, you ready to come over later on? Put this big dick in your mouth. He says, clicks it, and just acts normal. You see? So the woman won't be able to. She might be thinking she's slick. She will eventually get caught. Same thing with the guy. So at the end of the day, be real to each other. Treat people how you want to be treated.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to be cheated on? Stop leading niggas on. You don't want to be cheated on? Stop lying to niggas because you don't want to be mean. You don't want to be cheated on as a guy? then be straightforward.
Yep.
Articulate your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Be in tune with your feelings. Tell her what you don't like and how you want her to be.
Yep, or tell her how you are if you are a player or in poly or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I keep it a stack because I treat people how I want to be treated and, you know, how I want to be in the afterlife and the people around me. God forbid your past cheating comes back to hurt your kids, your
Yep.
dad, mom, your new wife, husband, somehow, whatever. People need to stop playing with people because energy is a real thing.
Yep.
We are spirits and flesh, not the other way around. What you put out into the universe comes back. It may not come
100%.
back now, but it will come back later. So people have to understand this. Like a woman out there could be she's going through her whole phase right now. She's traveling,
Mm-hmm.
meeting niggas in different states, getting fucked on the first date. I'm just doing me, quote unquote. I'm getting fucked around, right? Literally.
It's
Yo,
curious.
I promise you, that's gonna come back to hit you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you doing that in different countries, and then you're talking to somebody in your city and kind of not being honest with him about it, because you're like, guys can't handle the
How's he
truth.
gonna see me?
More guys can't handle the truth. Women can. They're emotional masochists. So they'll cry, whatever, but they'll come back and whatever it is. But most guys, well, they'll probably stop talking to me. Doesn't matter. You got to be willing to take that loss as a woman.
Yeah, definitely. Or as anybody, man or woman, you got to be willing to take that out.
Yeah. Same thing as a man. If you're a man and you just do that, like, just be straightforward. Like me, I've always been straightforward. If you're a guy and you're just gonna travel and fuck bitches, listen, I want to get to know you, but I travel and I got women in different places. But you see what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be that straightforward. It's gonna come back. And it could be a situation where that guy gets sick. And that could be his karma. He gets sick physically and you know, he just gets sick. Maybe gets cancer or something. That could be his karma. So it's like you got like people just. I'm not telling people to believe in God. Just believe in karma because that's a real thing. They put out fucking movies like Final Destination for a reason.
Because it's like if it doesn't get you one way, it'll get you another way.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into Discipline Therapy Podcast. Peace.